franchise history. They do it in Tom Brady's first year as their quarterback, giving him ring number 7, TD. A marvel, but you can spread that credit around for Tampa Bay tonight.
Yeah, listen, this shows you why it's so hard to repeat. It is so
there it
difficult
is, a man
to
who
repeat.
knows.
Yeah, it's hard to repeat, man. But I'm giving all credit to the Buccaneers defense. They came to play. They held one of the most exciting quarterbacks in our game to 62% completion percentage, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. They were the reason the Bucs won this game. They had impression all game long, came up with big plays.
I'll tell you what, just to add on that, better team won, number one. Number two, Todd Bowles, marvelous game plan. Kept Mahomes off balance all night. Hey, your defensive line was better. They showed it throughout the game, starting with the first series. Dominating performance. Better team won.
Bruce Arians, at 68 years old, becomes the oldest head coach to win a Super Bowl with his mom watching in the stands. So cool. The scene just beginning here as we break down this game for you. We'll be back right after this. All right, back here with you on NFL Game Day Final, presented by Mercedes-Benz. There it is, your final score from Super Bowl 55. The Tampa Bay Bucs, 31-9, in command seemingly all night long. Clean sheet for Tom Brady, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions, all 3 touchdowns coming in the first half, while Patrick Mahomes didn't find the end zone and threw 2 picks instead, both off deflections. Still gave us maybe 2 of the best incompletions we've ever seen in Super Bowl history. We'll get to those here in just a minute, as I'm back here with a couple of Super Bowl champions myself, Terrell Davis and Charlie Casserly. So, guys, the last guy to go back-to-back as Super Bowl champ, Tom Brady, the New England Patriots, shutting the door on the Chiefs' bid to repeat as Super Bowl champs. Tom Brady, a fantastic performance, specifically in the first half, where he found Gronk a couple of times for a couple of touchdowns. What do you make of ring number 7 here, Terrell Davis?
It is like... It's like we're watching the same movie over and over again.
And it gets better every time?
And it gets better, and it features one Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know, when we were looking at this game all week long, you start looking at who has the edge, and all the arrows pointed to the Chiefs. But then I kept going back to the problem is when you have any question that has Tom Brady's name in it, you always have to check Tom Brady's name. And I went against that this week. I went with the Chiefs thinking they would win this game. But this is incredible. This is just remarkable to see a guy win 7 Super Bowl championships. I won 2, and I knew that was tough to do, too. To win another 5 on top of that is incredible. So to me, what this tells me is that quarterbacks matter. It really does matter about your quarterback. This guy came to a team that was 7-9 that had turnover issues. He came in year 1, changed this team from a 7-9 team that was sitting there just flailing away to a Super Bowl title. It's incredible, man. I love seeing it. I love watching greatness and watching Tom do his thing. Hopefully he comes back and wins number 8 next year. That would be tough to see. It'd be tough to do, but I wouldn't put anything past Tom Brady, man. It's fun to see him do this, man. It's great.
Wow.
Well, you know, go back to the offseason last year. Not a lot of people were chasing Tom Brady. But Bruce Arians said, hey, if you're going to go for it, well, let's go for the best. He went after it, got him. People said, why would you go to Tampa Bay? Well, I don't know how many other offers he had, number one. Number two, you know, they were 7-9, and with 30 interceptions out of the quarterback position, okay? Well, they cut that down, and look where they ended up, because they had talent on offense. They had a great front 7 on defense. Todd Bowles did a masterful job tonight, as we talked about. I'm going to say masking the secondary, which really didn't match up on paper with Kansas City offense. But you look at Tom Brady, middle of the year, people were questioning the offense, questioned whether he could do it or not. But when you watch the tape, I didn't see all the problems that other people did, and talked about it when I was on NFL Now on one of the Friday afternoons that I happened to be on, and showed the tape. This guy can still play. It just hasn't come together in a lot of areas. So leadership, Arians raved about that. He brings Gronk with him. What's that worth? Maybe Fournette came because they had him. But when you watch them play, when you talk to defensive coaches, you get the same thing you heard 10 years ago. You better change it up because once he sees it, it's over. So you got to keep changing your coverages. So he didn't lose any of that. What happened in this team is they got better as the year went on, as they got to learn each other. How many times did Brady say, we missed all those things that we had without practicing? Continuity is huge in a system. He said it over and over again. Yeah. Who played the best football in the league at the end of the season? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hey, watch out for the 44-year-old guy when he comes back next year.
And Charlie, and hold on, and to add that real quick, is we've seen teams with talent. I think what Tom was able to do was get a team of talent and have the collaboration of talent to work in unison for the championship, which is hard to do in football.
And how about from the New England Patriots Twitter account? 6 Super Bowl championships for that organization. 6 with Tom Brady as their quarterback. Now Brady with a 7th, surpassing at an individual level every other organization. So impressive what Tom Brady has done. I go back, guys, when we look at this Bucs season, a phenomenal one, obviously, and I go back to a stretch from weeks 10, or rather weeks 9 through 12. They lost 3 of 4. They were blown out by the Saints, 38-3. They were beat by the Rams and then beat by the Chiefs in week 12. Then they went on their bye week and rattled off 8 straight wins. The 8th, of course, being the Super Bowl 55 win tonight over the Kansas City Chiefs. TD, from your perspective, to have that kind of loss in the middle of a season and to be able to then regroup and completely find your stride, give us a sense of what that's like and what that kind of turnaround means within a season.
Yeah, and again, I didn't listen to my own cues here, man. I should have referred back to when I played in Denver. We lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the regular season late in the year. We lost to the Kansas City Chiefs late in the year, and we went to the postseason to beat both of those teams. And there is some value to playing a team early in the season, actually late in the season. They played them week 12, and then playing them again in the postseason. And